Let's boogie, my friends all over the world. The structure of this video will be, I repeat a couple of times, then I will do it on F. I will not follow the blues form because I will repeat it probably more often on C or on F, so the blues form is not kept here. And in the end I will show you one figure for the G, for the dominant, which will always stay the same. It's not just for amateurs that it stays the same, but it's a good recipe you find in many boogies. It's a kind of reoccurring element, a kind of mini chorus, the G7. So that keeps the same. We start with a popular upbeat from the early Boogie Woogie. It goes like this. So let's have a look. Of course, I play it slower for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Many of these elements are comparable to elements from blues. It's just the rhythm is sometimes a bit happier, or the phrasing is different. But of course there are many overlaps. So of course these are the sixth, you know, from blues. Now 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. On F, this would be, I'll show this briefly just to show you that the structure is just moved to F. If you go to F, it would be like on the last bar of C, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you're still on C, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you start already because it is an upbeat on the last bar of C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and now again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, that's the first element. We will add a little bit to this element so you have a variation. So you know this basic figure, and we do now this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you could, for example, do one chorus with just one, and then you do the next, or you do the next even one octave up with this additional element. Same goes on F. Okay, next element. I really recommend to get used to counting, because then you don't get the syncopations wrong, and they are the only bit you should take care of here, because the rest is quite simple. Next one. Here we have these our thirds here going chromatically down, and then turn just in a circle. In a circle. Just in dotted eighth circles again. I recommend using the finger setting 2 and 4. Why? Because we might use 3 and 5 later on, because I'm a prophet, for this one. So in fact there is a point in using 2, 4 here, so we have these two later on to do some sidekick here. Okay? Same on F. start on the 1, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, just in circles. Okay, so you have this one. Now you have another chorus where you do one variation of it. Each could be one chorus for you. Next one would be, haha, here we go again. As I said, now we use the 3, 4. If you cannot do the slide, you do without the slide. Same rhythm before, but we just use this one. Same in F. Again. One more time. And then lovely. Next one. Next one, we will build up a little bit. That's the trick. You know, you will see elements you just learned, and we just build something on top or before. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and. You can do the same on F. Watch out. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and. Easy peasy, huh? You know one element and then you just add the octaves. And if you have a closer look at Boogie Woogie, maybe by the step by step you will listen more consciously to blues and boogie. You will see that I'm not a liar, but that the elements are really limited, just appear in different rhythmic dress or in different context. That's the art here, you know, because it's a traditional system, blues. There's nothing new. It's a closed system of elements. Now, let's have a look. Upbeat. Ha! That was quite amateurish by me. Let's have a look. Hold on. Yes, so we do. And then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, let's have another look. We start with this. And it's the upbeat, and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so-called double thumb technique. Again, my classical teacher would, I think she would probably cut my hair off with one. Is a no-go usually in classical piano. So. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, it's We love that, don't we? Okay, last one for this exercise lesson. That should be plenty for a week or two for you to practice. Now we have a shimmer of virtuosity, whatever. And we have a look that this is actually not that hard as it sounds. Like, the first thing is this element. It's an old friend. You don't even think about it, like you don't think about how to walk or how to brush your teeth. And this is one of those brush your teeth elements. And, ooh, surprise, surprise, doomsday. You have to play a third. How can you survive this? Now, you see, the basic elements are really well known to you. And so when you play this, you know already what's coming, because this is, from here it's repeating. Boogie Woogie is a big bluff. The thing is, you just have to, your eyes have to be, when you're here, you're already here with your eyes. That you're not be surprised, oh, what's next? You know? Your mind is having the whole thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. This is the only bit. I feel pity for you. It's the counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So it's slightly shifted. What do we do on F? Our old trick, we by pure magic, we make the E and E flat. Yeah, an F, 1 and 2, and instead of this, we do just the E flat twice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... You can, if you're now a bit better and you practice this, you can go on a bit longer. On C, you have 4 bars for this. Like you can start even here, which you cannot see on the cam, right? So, but it doesn't matter. You know? Sounds nice. So, okay, here we are with these new elements for you, maybe new. New and yet familiar. Like my face. So, the G bit. The G bit. We do a boogie in the archaic, old, original form, which is no subdominant. We just use the dominant, the G7. So that leaves us 2 bars on G7 instead of 1 bar G7, 1 bar F7. That's it, babies. So we start here. Our idea behind is this bit here. It's also, it repeats so often in Boogie Woogie. We go from the, usually from the G and the major third chromatically down to the 7 and 9 of G. But here, we start here. If you keep holding this, it sounds wrong. Some students come back to me next week and say, Teacher, you told me bull S. It's wrong. I said, yeah, if you hold it, it's wrong. But if you hold it, many things are wrong, like a hand grenade, for example. So this is it's just passing. And we know know the circularly play already from here. Okay. Sorry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. One more time. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's really nice in the hand, these little circular motions. You can't even you can't do anything wrong compared to, let's say, marriage, where nearly everything you do is wrong. So, well, I'm not married, so I cannot really tell. I'm a smart ass, sorry. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Here I add a little bit of the, not a little bit, the entire A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and finger setting and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 again and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So now you choose your favorite left hand. Make sure right hand and left hand are really tight, and there should be enough for a couple of choruses. All the best from Berlin. See you in my next tutorial. Bye bye. I hope you liked my video and that you learned something. Now you can subscribe. Just press this subscribe button or click on another of my videos on this side. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.